Back to life, back to reality. No, I'm playing. Let's see who comes up in here, man. Let's see. I think that chapter was extra long, and the rest of the book is like that. So I got to fix on the title. I got to take out chapter 2. People go look in the description for my other channels that I'm going to start putting videos on. I'm going to try not to put videos I put here on there. So I'm going to be doing extra work, you know. I want to make each channel different for the most part. There might be some similar. If the video is really good, excuse me, and I got people, you know, that are on one, like I got Instagram, Odyssey. For the most part, I got Facebook, but I might not really upload on that. Maybe. But I'm gonna work on Odyssey and try to bring in people, even if they don't agree with anything we talk about. I want them to, you know, try to get us to understand why they don't. Because like I always say, like it said in this reading I just did, it said the Gnostics and Christians, or it said building a bridge, they met halfway on stuff. So it's tough to be the wandering monk or the abbot. It takes you got to know yourself. Not that it's anything special, and everyone could do it. It's nothing special. If you're quick to react, bad temper, you just got to learn to be humble. Anyway, I like the reading. The only thing I didn't like was it was just too long. These chapters are insane. I wanted to do both chapters, but after reading that, I'm like, that chapter was insane. I'm dying. I'm not dying, but I really want to know what people think. You know, I know some. There might be Christians that watch my channel. You know, I don't just because I don't buy into a religion, or you know, I don't hate people. I've said this many times. That's their spiritual journey. Who am I to judge them for what they want to do? But me personally, you know, I know where the gods and goddesses. And the only reason I think people disagree with that is because they got comic book God in their mind, of this God that snaps people into existence with his fingers, or he pulls ribs from people and poof, there goes the woman. But if you tell them the story with genetics, it sounds more understandable, if the story is even real. You know, people say, well, all the religions around the world have a similar beginning. Well, as you read with the Gnostics and the pagans, the Christians infiltrated that and took their stuff and made their own. So who's to say all the religions don't have the same beginning because they were all infiltrated? I don't know. I just like to question and think outside the box. People would say I have a trust issue. It really wasn't a live, Paula. It was more or less a, I just did chapters 1. I was going to do chapter 1 and 2 out of that book, but that's how I'm going to do it from now on. When I read chapters out of the book, I'm going to do that whole book. I'm going to end the live and then start a new one and open the panel, because I'm tired of, you know, I figured out when I read and then I open the panel and people, you know, we really aren't building on stuff, and then it becomes a doo-doo live. In this case, I could save what I read and it'll be just that. So, you know, and then we could have a whole live stream of just building afterwards. But I don't know. It is Memorial Day, that fake holiday. You know, respect to all the soldiers and stuff. Much respect, but I just don't agree with the military and the gangs are the same thing. And the military is a gang, and they conquer lands. And not one war that this country fought was to protect. That's why they had to create, in my opinion, allegedly, they created you know what they created them two incidents, and it began wars. And for someone to sit there and tell Chuck a Doodle that you're gonna go to another country and take someone's freedom for ours, I don't buy that. That makes no sense. I mean, I feel bad for those people. People be like, "War is war, Chuck." You know, show me hardcore evidence they did anything bad. They'd be like, "Well, they were doing that's that country's problem. It's not our problem." So that's how you know it's a bunch of cocky poop. Maybe nobody will show up. You know, it is what it is. London, man, great. Now we could build. It's good, London, man.
Cracking Chuck. How
London
you doing, man?
Spielberg. That's your new name. Chilling. I
So what's
thought
up,
that was
man?
pretty good. That read. Not
Pardon?
much. Did you did you hear that whole the whole reading?
No, I didn't hear all of it, to be honest. I had the children around me, so daddy duties and all of that stuff. But yeah, I heard some
It
of it.
was
Good
quite
stuff.
long, and the
Mm-hmm.
beginning started off real good, and then I kind of felt like it dragged out. But it makes some good points. Remember when bro was doing he showed Abraxas and then he combined it with the abracadabra, and then I forgot what deity he compared him to, but I just don't see it as an evil deity because he got snake feet.
Mm-hmm. I don't see nothing as evil. I think evil's a learned thing, really, other than nature. What we call nature. Excuse me.
I agree, Paula. You know, the Gnostics, it even stated in that book, if it's true, that thousands of or hundreds of different Gnostic sects or sectors um, were together peacefully, man, until uh, religions were being born, and it kind of like makes me think of how they talk about so-called Tartar, even though Tartaria was not this whole realm. That's just factual. Um, it was a country, Tartar, and or the White Federation. I think that's what uh, Divergent calls it, the White Federation,
Okay.
because there's a lot of statues of so-called white people, but I don't know. I don't know what to believe sometimes, or not believe. I don't know what to think on certain stuff.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna say the White Federation, right, and then you gotta look at it like this, Chuck, right? If Tartaria was a civilization that was thriving, right, and we see a lot of their infrastructure, brilliant work that can't be kind of replicated to some degree, right? So that's kind of perfect, excuse me, perfect structure, right? So they had to have a perfect mind to do these type of things, right? So then you start to think, okay, where did they get these teachings from, and why were they called the white ones? When you go back a bit into the history, you start to see, the Atlanteans were called the Shining Ones, and their technology preceded anything on this land. When they came on, they started teaching people. So I'm starting to think, were they like the ancestors from these people that carried on the technology and the teachings to produce these infrastructures and things? They're the white ones. Could they be a spin-off from the Shining Ones? They're the ancestors of them, or something to do with them?
Because that's a good point. Because when people say white or black, you could tell it's from our how could I put it, our generations of life, because white and black is something fairly new. And as far as I know, America's the only country that uses it. I mean, other people in other countries say it because it's just now spreading because Americans moved overseas and they use that term. So other people, but
Yeah. I mean, even on the flip side, right? I've heard along the lines of people saying stuff like, he was so black that he was shining white. You understand? I've heard those references being used before. So even that's something to look into, because you know how they always play the reverse game on us.
yeah, they do. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, they do. I was just writing in the chat answering Malibu. And yeah, Candy, I agree
Salute,
with that.
salute to the chat. Malibu, who's in the chat? Let's have a look. Paula,
Candy,
salute,
Paula, Malibu.
salutes.
I agree with that, Candy. You know, when I used to read religions, believe it or not, it used to just remind me of me and stuff that so-called humans do. You know, we do the same things that the so-called God does in these books. We create, we destroy. You know, that's like the two biggest topics in those books: create, destroy. Besides peace and love.
What's up? Excuse me. Yeah, I've just been on this bird eye journey, this macro journey, man, and it seems to be connecting a lot of dots for me over where I'm doing
I
it. So
like
that's what
it.
my attention's been on, man. It's fucking
Talk
crazy.
about.
I'm finding out new things every day, man. It's looking real. It's like my theory is actually somewhat of the truth. Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah, there's a lot
mental.
you can tie in the micro macro. I agree with that. A lot you could tie in. And
Yeah, definitely. But even like,
I'm like, go ahead.
no, you got it, bro. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
And it's just real quick. I just wanted to say, like, that's a good journey to go on, micro macro. But for some reason, I'm like stuck with trying to show, religious people that people used to worship Mother Earth, and more or less they were thankful. They didn't have, sky daddies and all that stuff because they knew they were gods and goddesses. But the micro macro thing, man, it's opened a lot of doors for me too. Yeah, as above, so below, as within, so without. From micro to macro. Like when somebody said they took the rivers, or I think I seen a picture of the rivers and the veins, and then the tree of life and the placenta, and just all
Mhm.
that stuff with the human body and just a bunch, man. My mind was blown. I said, damn, we could be living on a Titan, like you would say, or some type of something that's dead.
But the craziest thing now, right? You see what you just said there, the tree of life, placenta, and everything. That same replica is also in the eye.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get that same thing within the eye.
I
Swear to
have to
God.
look for pictures of that.
Yeah. Don't worry, Friday I'm gonna present this shit, man. I've got it covered.
Whatever happened to that piece you were gonna use on The Simpsons? You never used it.
That's get like I said, remember it's just getting started. So
Oh,
can't
okay,
just
okay.
put things out there, I've gotta keep shit back a bit, let it build, let people see the angle where I'm going with
Yeah.
it, and then boom.
Well, I asked because I was gonna use it, but I'm just making sure you're not, because I don't want to use something that you presented to me that you said you were gonna use. I don't fight people's shit. I'd rather ask.
Uh,
Since you're
feel you.
using it, I won't do it because
I feel you.
too many people on YouTube steal people's shit like without giving credit or asking. And, even if it really wasn't you creating an entire thing, people should still ask because it came from you,
Yeah,
regardless. I mean, I don't know. It's out of respect. That's how I see it.
yeah, no, I feel you. Totally feel you. Totally feel you. Yeah, I seen that the other day. Actually, someone kind of using something that I'm heavily doing right now, but there wasn't no flowers. They tried to kind of like act like the whole community's doing it, and this time it's only me that's doing it. You understand? I was like, okay, see what you did there. But yeah, it's cool.
I like your is it the second installment or the third? The latest one you just did, man, that was real funny. Ha!
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one.
Greetings, gentlemen.
What's cracking, Christos?
Peace, Christos.
Yeah, man. What London has done with the holy social weirdo experiment, it's definitely like up there as one of the top things that has been done in regards to, I guess, the acknowledgement and the vision of kind of the characters and the whole cast that like has written itself and existed before us. And it's kind of like these panels and communities and streams to some degree with some of the characters and interactions has just been waiting for someone like London Man to build from and work with all of the content that's made day by day, to be completely honest, across the board with all different types of people and all different types of communities. It's like it writes itself, but it needed that, just like that push forward and put into a format or presented in a way where um in a way that London Man is doing it. So not to blow smoke up your ass, but yeah, just to give you the flowers because you said something about that a moment ago. Like it's definitely some type of visionary work that you've done with seeing the value of these people on the streams, and uh seeing how it's like a meme within itself. Like even if you didn't make these videos that you've made, there's all this humor just like inherently with some of these interactions that we watch and some of these characters and how they act. So to just kind of take it to that next level and then kind of put it in this format of like a little series with these episodes basically in chapters, it's dope, man. Like this is the type of shit that I think is deserved, because there's a lot of interesting shit with these communities and these panels, and just putting it in that other format which is humorous and also in a way kind of gives some exposure to the people within the videos at the same time. I think it's honestly a genius thing, bro. So You know, you put Spielberg after London, and maybe that's more for like your Holy AI book series, but I definitely see some type of like, um, even if they're just kind of like short videos and memeified, like there is some type of artistic vision that's being fulfilled in real time as we watch you make these past 3 videos, man. And so I don't know how many more you're gonna do, but uh, I think it's great, bro. So keep on with it. Keep on with it.
Yeah, salute,
Hell yeah.
salute. Respect to that. Respect to that, bro. Yeah,
You
yeah.
got skills, bro, in fucking editing. And you got skills to see. And, you know, you take movie clips and you align it with humor. And, I don't know, man. To me, it takes skills to do that. Not, you know, some people's stuff look like a B movie. No disrespect. I say that respectively but to everyone out there, but there's very few people, for me at least, that I could watch stuff and enjoy it
Mm.
and laugh at that too. Everything's so serious, like you said, London Man, a couple streams ago. You know, we need some laughter.
Hmm. I agree with that. Definitely. I'm here
Yeah,
to provide that.
the shit you, the shit. Wait, what's his name, man? I don't even want to say his name, but you know what I'm talking about. That the way you put that together, I was laughing so hard. I didn't expect that.
Hey,
Did not expect that.
that's it.
He said, "You don't know me." I think that's what he. Yeah. Chris put 2 cupcakes in his hands. That was hilarious
Yo,
too.
yo, another funny thing is the clip you used of Ian. Actually, when he's specifically saying something about I saw you laughing in the chat. He
Yeah.
said something a little more than that. That's I remember specifically that was referring to me, whatever stream that was when Z was talking about people, you know, taking themselves
But
out of the equation per se. So yeah, not to even bring that up. It's just funny because you know these clips that you use, a lot of people remember those moments actually, and like who was there and what was going on, and uh, yeah, kind of like the shout outs to the funny moments of streams, whether people
Yeah.
remember it or not. Definitely like some worthwhile clips there, no doubt.
Facts. Facts.
what was Ian saying, man? You don't know me, or something like that. I gotta go watch it again. I watched it the first time, and it was hilarious. But
Piece of
Oh
shit
my god.
scumbag. With everything I do, you're obsessed with me. I can
yeah,
feel it. I can
yo,
feel it. That
bro.
was funny. That was hilarious.
Now I see what you're
Salute.
saying, man, about the tendencies there. Um, man, I
Oh
don't know
man.
what I don't watch. I don't know which one that was, but
Oh man. Yeah. Wow. It's wild. It's wild. They do
get
it to
over
themselves.
here.
I just had to amplify it, you
Yeah,
know?
That's exactly what I was saying. You know, it's written itself, so like it's there and it's funny, even if you didn't make these videos. But you're definitely amplifying slash highlighting the absurdity and the comedy that takes place from time to time. And, you know, whether it's frequent or not, it's definitely happening out here in these streams, and it's worth highlighting, bro. There's a lot of golden moments actually, and it's like sometimes I'm surprised that there's not like more people making clips of like shit that goes on with these some of these communities and these interactions, because there's definitely some funny ass moments, like even if you're not someone that knows any of these content creators or any of these streams, like I think someone with a curious mind at least would be like, what the hell is going on here, you know, who are these
Yeah,
people and what's going on.
yeah, 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 definitely. It's crazy. I mean, even some of the new folks that's recently come into the community, I've seen them like make appearances where, you know, let's say their soul definitely doesn't resonate with. You understand? But I feel like they're just there just to come across folks like ourselves, really, pass them the time until we, you know, catch up and get around the round table and stuff. But at the same time, it's a learning curve. When people come to this metaverse thing, they might come into it kind of broken down. So some of these things is like a warning, you know, to stay away from people that break you down even more. You know, if you're coming to kind of look for friends to build up with, then, you know, definitely have a look at some of these segments that I put together. Whether it makes you want to go that way or not go that way, but have a look. It's a warning. It's a warning post. Caution, caution.
No doubt. I like how you said that.
Mm. Yeah, even just not too long ago, I had a little peep over at Paul's fucking weird interaction over there. But for some reason, I like to hear what Paul got to say. You know, whether it's rubbish or, you know, good. I just like to hear what he's got to say. You know, then I have an opinion. Um, but yeah, the interaction with the panelists, it was funny. I see Nikita over there, Nachi. Um,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
yeah, myself. I mean, someone like Nachi. When I look at people like that and I interact with them, because I've had them on my panel. Um, if I was an outsider looking in, I would say he's out of place over there. You understand? If I seen him over at a panel like here or mine or somewhere, I'd be like, yeah, cool, I resonate. But you know, it's like a tadpole out of water. It's just gonna be no growth. You're probably gonna get eaten up, get back in the waters where you're used to. So yeah, I feel like he's out of place.
I see that. I can see exactly what you're saying.
Mm.
Yeah, Chris, do you hear London's mic like kind of like a little scratchy?
No, I don't think so.
Mic check, mic check.
It's like a little, but now it's like a slight interference.
Yeah, that's your
I
end.
don't know. I thought it was.
He's fine. Cause if anything, you
All right,
sound
good.
kind of crackly.
I do. That sucks.
Not even an issue for real. Like it's hard. I only noticed it after you mentioned something
All
about
right,
it. Yeah.
cool. Let's just keep going. Because I checked the settings. Just I don't know. I thought it was the settings, but they're good.
Mm.
So I don't
Do you
know.
want me to
Whatever.
do you want me to go out and come back in?
No.
No, it's 100% not you. You're coming in fine. It's I think it's Charles. I'm pretty sure.
Mm. So yeah, I mean, even with the theory that I'm moving forward with, like I was saying to Chuck earlier, it's making a lot of sense every day when I'm waking up. Um, more information is coming to me, and the reason why like more information would be coming to me, right? Because it's right in front of our eyes, no pun intended. Um, when we look out what we call nature, um, it's just an inverse really of everything that we see, whether it's on a micro or macro level. It's right there. It was hidden in plain sight, literally. That's why it's this topic you can keep building and building on, even down to the things like I found in part 6. Right, let's do it this way. Even with the well, right, that I found, and elephant to some degree, right. To me, I would put that up there on a level with a finding something like Roger from Mud Fossils. Not as big as the size, but something hidden in plain sight, right? And it's right there. You can see what it is. You can trace around it, and it becomes a well, a giant well. You understand? So I don't really see people even building on the fact of that. Bro, London man found a fucking macro well, not a normal size well. This is out of this is something that's not even been, calculated. Um, even down to the elephant. I don't think no one's even brought that up on the well. Like, I set little foundations for us to build upon, but then it don't go further than that. You understand? It's just something people will watch, and then that's it. It's not like, wow, let's build on this. This is some truth here, or it looks like the truth at least. So let's run with this. We start going back to the same old cursing each other, or recycle shit, or echo shit, and it's like, I'm doing my part, but I don't really see people doing their part. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Excuse me.
We need to keep pushing
know
into
one thing.
novel territories, frontiers, pushing the envelope. I know what you mean. We don't want to be stagnant. We want to always be progressing in a sense of, it's like just it's not like a perfectionist thing or never getting enough, but like I know what you mean especially when you say like recycled or like looping information, or getting stuck in some type of like useless argument because people are getting in their ego or whatnot. I definitely think novel concepts are always important to push the envelope to hopefully gain a more accurate and enlightening perspective on the topic or situation at hand.
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
looking into that. As above, so below. You got to look up London Man, or if you have time, the Lichtenberg effect. I think that's how you say it. Lichtenberg, yeah, Lichtenberg effect. And as above, so below. The entire Earth has the Lichtenberg effect. Is when you take, I believe, it's the negative and positive
And you burn
charge,
it.
and
Yeah, I seen that
on the
scar up the
floor.
land.
Yeah.
Mm.
And man, so whatever weapons these people had, it was either giants with some high tech weapons. And it makes me think of Zeus when he's in the clouds shooting lightning bolts to the earth. Um, whatever they used was some high tech shit, man.
Mm.
And some people say the deserts were oceans at one point. Well, where's the how do you shift an entire body of water to another place? That's just it's the only problem I have with that.
But then, even though you got a problem with that, right? Then it goes back to the thing that I presented. How do you get a well out in the middle of the desert? They have to drain the waters or
Dig
something.
down. You dig down. You always dig to water.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about the beast that I found, the well, the giant well.
True. I forgot about that. That's true.
That's what I've been
He
talking
had the
about all
fish in
this
his
time
mouth.
when I'm talking about the well, bro.
I know. That's why I sent you the picture of that bird. You probably seen it though. I think you
Yeah,
did say you,
I
you
got
have
that
that
one.
one and you've
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah. You know what? I've got the official one to that one there. I've got the official one. Yeah, I'm gonna even probably present that Friday. But yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
And I found this OT map, and I also finally found I forgot the website, but it was talking about the OT maps. And the one that I found, you might have seen it, but I got to get it from my other phone. I got to switch chips and send it to you. Even though it's done and over with, and you're probably not presenting it, I still want to show you. And I found a queen lady that also got to find this into you that's holding the same ball and cross with the OT as Jesus was. It's a lady, a queen.
Mm. Yeah, send them all, man. Send them all. It's another thing that I found out in those OT maps. So yeah, send them all. Give me two
Oh, an
secs.
OT map. That's what I want to say. It aligns
Give me
with
two
that
secs.
yellow
Hold on,
brick
hold on,
road.
hold that thought. Hold that thought. Give me 2 secs.
All right. What's up, Chris? I like your. How the heck do you do that? You probably got to have a household computer to do that, huh? Or a laptop.
Uh,
Huh.
yeah, to do the virtual background because this is the like green screen thing that you can do on
Oh,
StreamYard.
you're just not in front of it. Okay.
Yeah, I have my camera covered, so it's basically just gonna
Nice.
put up whatever. Yeah. hmm And I
I
won't be
like
getting
that.
in the way there. Yeah, it's a cool little because I saw other people doing it where they would be like
You
talking
could.
and like almost like it looks like you're using it as your picture, but it's just actually the green screen background feature and covering the camera up.
You could do
But
that with short videos on YouTube. I covered a camera with my finger, and I think it's for the background, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, there's a lot of cool tricks with technology.
oh man, that's killing me.
But that OT map, London,
Mm-hmm.
the one that I found, it aligns with. I think I told you this already, but on the map where the yellow brick road, it looks like a fork. It breaks into three. And if you go down the straight on
Oh
the
yeah.
fork in the road, you get to the king. Well, on this OT map, where the water goes to the center, it breaks out into a fork, three separate ways of water.
Mm.
Um, and I want to try to overlay it to the yellow brick road map, and maybe I might be onto something. I don't know, but it's probably nothing. But I'm gonna try it anyway. A lot of these
Try that.
maps,
Trial and error.
yeah, especially that old map I sent you with the huge tree, the Titan tree. Two different maps. They have Titan. Each has a Titan tree with the family crest on it.
The whole family crest thing is very interesting, and then just like symbolism of crests or flags is definitely an intriguing subject.
Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about it because flags is for the country, but a crest, people used to actually represent their family. It meant everything, and still should. But then it became a country flag, like when governments started to rule over everything. Um, I mean, there was still family crest. Don't get me wrong, but the flags kind of like outweighed the crest and all that. It's the family crest used to be like the most powerful sign or whatever you want to call it. If flags I think used to have a family crest, and then they became a country flag. I would rather just rock my family crest than a country, but that's just me.
Mm. I think
Like,
Dino
what
had
do
a
you
family
think's the
quest.
difference?
What's
He
that?
did.
Mm-hmm.
Dino got a family crest.
Yeah, I think he showed me one last year sometime. But I think he had one. I think it was Dino. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Dino. Yeah, yeah, pretty sure.
What do you think's the difference between a military or an organization or a gang?
Different.
Peace,
The
Salama.
the title.
Okay.
Title. Military. Even though we know what their their agenda is, what they set out to do, but we'll say the title, I suppose.
It's like it's the same in principle, different in title type phenomena concept.
Hmm.
Things are accomplishing like a same objective, just put exactly put with a different title, given a different presentation.
Hmm.
No doubt. I think that's for sure a pretty crucial, maybe not crucial, encompassing, I should say, aspect of this reality. Probably more for worse than than best, but I won't do a broad stroke and say it's all bad. But we do see that deception nature that seems to lay within the reality, where a lot of things are actually, whether those entities, beings, or organizations or things consciously are doing it or not. There's a lot of uh, institutions, organizations, and people acting for a similar goal, which probably
Hmm.
is not for the best, unfortunately. And a lot of these people, I think a good word would be compartmentalized. So they don't realize they're kind of being played and used in the bigger system. I think we could all agree is this like the situation that's going on. This seems to be like the primary, I guess, issue, or just lay of the land with what we look at, and not saying that's like the whole picture, obviously, but it's just a feature of this reality, uh, uh, the deception, uh, the the deceitful, I should say, aspect of this reality. Y'all got it.
You feel you did, bro. Yeah, 100%. Said exactly what I wanted to say. Titles. Exactly.
I've been thinking about the whole concept of illusion recently, and trying to like different things in general. I've been trying to like re-examine my thoughts on and my perspectives, but specifically, um, damn, I just lost the thread there. That's been happening a lot today. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm not
Mhm.
getting proper sleep or something. But I don't
What's
know where I
what's
was
that?
going with that.
What's that word you just said? Sleep. What is that?
I thought you were about to ask me a serious question, like one of the words.
Hey, I ain't slept in a little while, bro. What is that fucking word? Sleep?
Oh, I forgot the other day. Were you? I don't know if you're fasting or something, but like you've been up a couple days working on stuff and just like feeling inspired and keeping the energy
Hmm.
high. Which honestly, I hear you because when you're having the diet like you have, and then smoking good reefer, if we want to call it that, I think that's
Hmm.
like a combination for just high energy. um, the inspiration comes from that cannabis, and it's just further facilitated through a healthy lifestyle. It's just like a good recipe for productive output. I mean, I've had plenty of times. Last night was almost one of them where if I smoke enough, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep because it's like something about the smoking like stimulates my mind.
Yeah, I feel you there. Yeah, I've been on one. I've been on one. Yeah, seeking and I'm seeking and I'm finding, man. Feels good. Yeah, it feels good. If I feel elevated.
You're making good progress recently. It seems, with your channel as well. There's like a structure that's been implemented, and you're working with Pamela.
Mm.
And I've noticed like since a couple of months ago, uh, seeing your channel early on. not that I've been like paying super close attention or anything, but definitely know that you've gone up multiple hundred subscribers in the past couple months. Or
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I also see that you're definitely rubbing shoulders with some heavy hitters when in these communities for sure, bro. You're very well connected, so I definitely think you should be pleased with where you're at, currently. Definitely progressing, bro. I think the community see it.
Respect, bro. Respect. Yeah. I've been extending my courtesy call out there. They've been responding, so yeah, that's good news, man. That's good news, yeah. Lots of big features to come. Features to come. So yeah, look out for that. But at the same time, as well as the big features, I want people to pay close attention to what I'm actually saying and showing in some of my presentations, whatever it is. But there's a lot of value in it to a degree where it might shed some light to what people's looking for or what they're actually researching themselves. What I've been doing, I actually thought I was kind of the only one doing it until I come across something the other day, and I was like, "Wowzers!" And they've been doing it for like 3 to 5 years. I was like, "Yes!" So that makes me think I was definitely on the right track to some degree, and I'm like happy that I've come across other people that's in line with what I'm doing. So fucking yeah, it's happy days, man.
That is a good sign.
Mm,
There's been other people that you get to find out have been at it even before you.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
I highly resonate when you talk about the micro to macro. I feel like that should be like on the top. That should definitely be like in the top five, um, like most important or I guess like valuable, like all encompassing bits of knowledge when it comes to the truth of what reality is.
No, what
As undefinable as reality can be at times, the whole micro to macro ratio concept of
can
understanding
y'all
the
hear me?
interconnectivity of everything is just
Yeah,
it's like
bro. Hey,
major key. Yeah, we hear you, but we don't see you.
Exactly. That's why I'm tripping out on. That's why I kept backing out. I don't know what's going on here. That's crazy. Let me see. Let me hit my avatar. It says I'm there. Let me remove. Wow. Let me try layout.
that looks dope. Hold on, let me
Oh,
get a
one.
snapshot of that. 1 second. Don't move that shit. I like the way how Christos has got his picture next to mine. See that shit there? It looks like I created this shit. 1 second.
Yeah, I
Ah,
don't
you
know.
moved it. You moved
Well, it's
it.
back to side by side. That's the way
Yeah,
you
hold
want
on.
it.
No, the smaller one. Give me that smaller one in the background. No, 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 the other one.
Um,
Yeah, there you go. Keep it there. Jeez, I like
this
that
one.
one. Yeah, I've got all 4 of them now. Keep going. Yeah, respect.
What the hell did they do with my shit, man? Huh.
You gotta press
I don't
all of
know.
us, I think. Isn't there like a 3 button or something, or 2 button where it means everyone?
This supposed to. It says 3 people on the layout, and yet it's just not showing me. Let's see.
That's
What's
wild.
that one? Yeah, I've been like just taken out of the picture. Picture and picture layout. What the hell does that mean? I'm incognito. What's going on?
You see me still? So I take myself out and come back in.
Hmm.
Sis.
I mean, you could if you want. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna
It's not
change. You
even
could
giving.
try it. I don't know what the deal
It's
is.
not even giving me that option. Hold on. Look, it won't even. For some reason, my computer's been moving slow. Like it's.
Yeah, they're messing with the whole.
It's wild, man.
This is
What about
this is great.
how you call it?
Peace, awesome, Yemi.
Screen share. Can you screen share?
I can't. Yeah, all three of us are lit up for the guests. And why the hell is my picture taken out? Man, I'm gonna completely exit out and come back one more time. If it don't work, I'm just leaving it.
Cool.
We got people in the chat. Still, I haven't looked recently. Oh wait, I'm tripping. My bad. I just heard Charles shout out Osun Yemi, so never mind to that.
Mm.
Sure, we got a bunch of good people down there still.
We got Yemi. Can't see. I even got my phone next to me, so I can't even see who's down there. Pictures on the screen at the moment. Much love, Yemi.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, I've got some stuff to present on Friday, man. So make sure you're there.
For
I'm thinking
sure.
of going. I'm thinking of going live a bit earlier, actually. Yeah, I might go live a bit earlier. Yeah, I can stay on a bit later. Um, to suit some other people on the other side of the world. Because even I was speaking to Nachi, and my timing was a bit off for him, but it was okay for other people.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try and keep Friday free, so I can just play around with the time whatever suits me to suit other people, so we can all meet up at a decent time.
Right. I had noticed that you mentioned that other time zones, keeping that in consideration for the next one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
something I had hit. I bet you. I hit some button. I'll figure it out. Other than that, it's the London Man show now.
Hey,
I mean, I don't. It don't bother me really, you know. But I just want to know what's going on. How did this happen? I probably hit something.
yeah. That's only way. I think this is only going to be for today
I
or while you're
found
on.
it. I found
When you okay, there you go.
it. Yeah, I seen what I did. Yep. As soon
I've
as I
done that a
went
few
back, I
times.
seen the buttons I hit.
Got you.
Yeah, the audio avatars and the shift videos up for comments. If you hit that, it'll take you out.
Got you.
I felt like God. You could hear me, but you couldn't see me.
Damn.
The wizard behind the curtain.
Damn.
Let me change.
Mm-mm.
Let me fix the layout. Um,
Is it behind the curtain?
how should we put the layout?
Don't fuck around now. Take your time.
Nah, I don't like that. Um,
I feel like God now. Excuse me. There we go.
there we go.
Yeah, it looks cold. That looks like Christos is like our how would you call it? enforcers. It's they're protecting us. Two straps and that. I'm taking a shot at that. Keep that there.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I've been working on making different things that I'll be able to use for
Do you know what?
whatever in the
That
future.
looks like something, right? That I used to well, play or collect when I was a bit younger. I can't. Well, yeah, play rather. What is that? Is that a game? Is that Halo or
Oh, it was made through AI art. I used Midjourney AI art generator to make it.
Okay, got you.
But like I use a bunch of different keywords. But no, it isn't like specifically from any like video game.
Mm. It's got that look. It's got that look about a video game.
Yeah, I was definitely shooting for something that would look like it was like from Tom Clancy's whatever the fuck
Clancy, there
version,
you
you
go.
know?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Clancy, Splinter Cellish, yeah. I feel you.
Yeah,
Oh, you talk.
exactly.
Rainbow, Splinter Cellish, yeah. Yeah, that's dope. I see it. Chuck, what did you say, Chuck?
The Tom Clancy game. Damn, I can't think of the name. We used to always play it. We'd be on the like Navy ships or the oil.
Splinter Cell.
Um, yeah, Splinter Cell. That was PS what 2, and or PS1 too, and the other one was Metal Gear.
Okay.
That's another Tom Clancy. I think. Metal Gear. Am I right, Chris? Or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
The one.
Those games are dope. When you can send your team to do stuff, they still got it. PS5, but now you could have your friends play the other guys, and I think that's awesome. You can work as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
PC
the craziest
Candy.
thing? Do you know, Chuck? I used to hate those games back in the day, but I kind of like those type of strategy games. I don't play them now, but there was one game that I used to play on my phone. It was called I forgot the name now. Anyway, I haven't played it in a while, but it was sort of like that type of style where you got to set your army out somewhere. It's like a strategy game. I used to just like those beat 'em up games, Street Fighters, Tekkens. When I see people playing those type of strategy games, I just feel like, what the hell is that? Get that out of them. And there's no violence in that. There's no bang bang shoot 'em up like a Mario Brothers or, you know. But now I understand those games. I kind of dig those games.
Yeah, real-time
the Mar
strategy and like role-playing games. There's some dope ass shit out there. I don't play video games like I used to, but there's definitely some badass ones out there that's like when you're just chilling and you just
Mm,
smoked a bunch
too,
and
man.
you just want to experience something that's dope for like 20 to 30 minutes, like games like The Witcher or playing some type of Call of Duty. Like there's some dope ass games out there, man, but I don't know how these people just spend so much time with it, man, because it becomes like draining and depressing at some point. Like
yeah,
I played a lot when I was younger, and then like gradually over time, not as much. But when I
mm,
do hop on, is usually if I have friends that live in other states now that I don't get to see as much as I used to. It's like a good way to like keep in contact and or be able to bond with friends that I don't get to see like I used to.
yeah. Mm,
Who
yeah.
remembers the evolution of technology, man? I had a beeper, and I used to tell my friend. I remember this specifically. I had a beeper in a Walkman or a CD Walkman,
Walkman.
and I used to
Yeah,
tell my friend I want to invent a phone that could play music and have TV or videos or play movies and shit. And he told me in the 90s they're already working on it and it will happen. I didn't believe him. It's sure as shit, man. Look at technology.
yeah,
I thought of that idea a long time ago to have everything in the palm of your hand because when I used to carry the Walkman You had to
Hmm.
carry CDs with you. I would usually have to have a backpack, have a couple CDs, and then the batteries. Just so much commotion and problems to carry all that stuff.
Hey, I
Um,
tell you what, right? When you mentioned Walkman, it reminded me of my friend that I used to have in school. His name was Osmond. He used to love the Walkman, right? He used to always have Tupac playing every single day, bro. Tupac, 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 Tupac with his Walkman. That just brought back some memories, boy. Respect.
when you said Tupac, or you said
Mm.
Tupac, I was thinking, is two packs of batteries? And then I said, oh, Tupac. The way you said it, Tupac. I'm like, two packs.
That's funny. Yeah, he used to love it.
Tupac, man,
Mm.
you know, I personally think he faked his death through the evidence, but his rhymes, it, it's just too bad that, in my opinion, and I know people are gonna, disagree with me, but I think it was all an act or a show, and it just sucks that the revolution had to be televised. It bothers me. I thought a lot of these rappers were really about uh, uplifting the people and making a change through their music. The stuff they would say. Um, but then you come to find out it's just entertainment, and it's like, damn.
Mm.
But Tupac
Exactly.
had a lot of great songs, like uh, what's the one he wrote about his mother called?
Dear Mama.
That was one of my favorite tracks. When I was locked up at 14, I used to listen to that a lot. And
Mhm.
Me Against the World is one of my favorite double albums.
Yeah.
And All Eyes on Me.
I'll be back, guys.
Doubt.
All right, Chris.
Peace out.
People say like Biggie um, is one of the greatest alive. I mean, greatest rappers of all time. Or let me rephrase that. He's an MC, not a rapper. Um,
Mm.
a lot of these people nowadays are rappers. They're not MCs. I listened
Yeah.
to MCs growing up. That's why when I'm an MC, I'm not a rapper. Um,
Feel you.
I've been writing a lot too. I said a couple of my rhymes on here.
But then you gotta check this out though, right? Even most of these MCs, even though they came up as MCs, they still perfected their craft to kind of even elevate to rappers. Even though they're not rappers, they're still up there and considered as rappers. But I hear what you're saying though, definitely. As much as it's you can see it there clearly, they're just all in one big melting pot. It's all named rappers.
Like, who was your favorite MC or rapper growing up? You grew up in the '90s
Ooh,
too, right? Late '80s, early
correct.
'90s.
Yeah, correct.
My teenage years were '90s.
Okay. I grew up influenced listening to I think the first hip hop album I ever heard, right, was Snoop, right? Dog Pound, Doggy Style. I remember clearly when I heard that. Normally, I used to hear a bit of Westwood, but bit of hip hop, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. But I knew it was hip hop back in the day because I've heard of hip hop. When I was growing up, I was listening to more um, um, pops after a certain degree until my ears became more open to swear words and a bit more violence with my bigger brother and these things, right? So when I'm hearing straight rap music, it was like, whoa, these guys are swearing. Who's this? What's he saying? Then I'm hearing words like bitch. I'm like, oh, whoa, what's this? Who's this? Then I'm hearing laid back, smooth. I'm like, what the hell is this guy? Then all I'm hearing is doggy dog and bow wow doggy dog. I'm like, this guy's talking dog. What the hell's going on? Like, what is this music? Like, I'm like, then when my brother goes out, I go into his room, I see a CD, Snoop Dogg, and I see a guy with smacking a dog with the arse in the air. I'm like, what the hell is this? The art caught me straight away, the music, the sounds. I'm like, what the doggy's dog, Snoop Dogg, what the hell was I listening to as a young child? Just the sounds, the words. I was like, whoa. So that's what kind of I grew up listening to more Snoop, Dr. Dre, DMX and all of these things through my brother. But then what grew onto me was more Locks, bit of Nas, Jay-Z to some degree, a lot of Cormega and AZ, The Firm and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Cormega's like slept on, man. When I first heard Mega, he was supposed to be down with the Firm, and then
Mm,
they got Nature. Mega went to jail, and I was like,
mm,
damn, Nas did him dirty, you know. I get it, it's business, but still, um, Mega, man, I forgot what the verse was. I remember the beat in my head, and he went off on it. I mean, Mega's lyricism was off the chain.
it's dope.
I used to have all his albums, all of them. The Testament, it was the Testament, the shit, man, the I don't remember, man, but I got them in my Jordan CDs.
Yeah. I think
I used to listen to Mob,
they were all dope, but
MOP.
the best one for me out of them had to have been Legal Hustle, man. That was some ill shit.
Dude, that's a good album, Legal Hustle. Um, the True Meaning, that was the first one, I think. The
Mm,
Testament was supposed to come out
Testament
first,
was dope.
but it
Testament
was
was dope.
I think that was a mixtape, if I'm not mistaken.
All of his stuff was
But
dope. Oh.
I remember the True Meaning, and then it was what was after that?
Do you know who was
But
good as well? Do you know a dude called Lakey the Kid?
yeah,
Yeah,
Queens. Yeah, I'm
Queens,
with
there you
Nas.
go. Yeah, he was kind of dope as well. He had a little run for a while. Had one of his albums, got the name of
But
it,
the
but that was kind of
41st
dope.
side is his, right?
Say that again.
Wasn't he? His album Lakey was the 41st side. They had
41st side.
Nas, Mob.
Mm,
Yeah, look up that album if you get a chance. The 41st side.
mm.
Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure Lakey's on there, and he's in. I think that was the album. Yeah, he was in jail too. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, it was someone else.
yeah, he was. Yeah, Lakey was dope, man. That was the kind of music I used to be into. Um, who else? Let me think. I used to like Mace as well. I was a fan of Mace when I was growing up. Puffy as well.
Which one?
No
Or
Way
his
Out.
old name?
Old
What
Mace.
was
When
his
it was
old
no.
name?
Um, hold on. Murder Mace. Murder Mace. If it was Murder Mace. That was his first name. I think it was Murder Mace. It was Murder something.
Yeah,
It
Murder
was
Man.
Murder,
When he was with Killer
Murder
Cam,
something. Huh?
because he was with Cameron. He was with Cameron. It was Killer Cam and Murder Mace. They had that
Yeah.
murder name, like Murder
There you
Killer
go.
Cam.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. See, spot on. I think it was the Grave Diggers. Is it Grave Diggers or something like that? Am I wrong? Am I
That's a
misquoting it? Is that RZA?
yeah,
Okay,
they were
so sorry, I
nice
misquoted.
until Poetic died. The Grim Reaper, because it was the Grim Reaper, not the Resurrector, Grim Reaper. They had these crazy names, and shit, what was the other two? It was the dude from De La Soul, the RZA, Fruquan, and Poetic.
Mm.
And Poetic died of cancer. And I don't know. When the first two albums of theirs, classics. But when Poetic died, they came out with a Gravediggers album called Mayor of a Minor, some shit like that. I don't know. It was straight, but when the RZA wasn't in it, he didn't produce none. He didn't rhyme in it. It just wasn't like it's like ODB. It's like the Woo with no ODB. It's kind of odd to me.
Yeah.
Just like the Gravediggers with no RZA. It's like what? I don't
Mm.
know. It's not the Gravediggers. Well, it is, but
Yeah.
it's not.
I feel you. But yeah,
I'm
I
about to say
mean,
one of my new rhymes.
go true.
I
We
want
hear
you to
that shit.
tell me what you think of it. I said I've been at war since I was birthed out the womb. The perception as a child is nothing but innocence, until consumed by the system of cognitive dissonance. Problem, reaction, solution is their synthesis. Common sense is in the state of becoming extinct. A degree from the house of indoctrination is your receipt to show you're a master of regurgitating a concept from the elite. You have blinders on. Your mind state is far from unique. Speaking so discreet, the worship of books, going to war over words on pages, praising all those deities when your ancestors are more sacred. This is the matrix. I see the numbers, gematria, back to the basics. When my mother passed, the grim reaper took her away. It shattered my soul. I didn't care about night or day. Turned my back on the church, like why even pray? I found my higher self and paved a new way. I walked too many family and friends to their resting place, watched the system consume them without saying grace. I try and stay humble, my heart is filled with hate. I'm called a warrior because people just can't see my pain. I'm called a warrior, but people can't see my pain. Look deep into my eyes and see the burning flames. At night time, I could hear the souls cry from all across this plain. I crawled out of the pits of hell searching for change, looking for like minded people without those blinders on. No, I didn't finish it. I should have ended it with I crawled out the pits of hell looking for change. I gotta finish that one.
Mm.
Damn, I got stuck with writer's block at the end right there.
Mm.
And then another one I'm gonna use is I finally finished this one. I said it was a cold April morning. You heard this beginning part. Under the constellation Aries, the moon was 85% under the luminaries. From the celestial waters to the womb, my soul was carried. Then my mother gave birth to a warrior and visionary. When I speak truth, I feel like nobody hears me. But every once in a while, I give sight to someone blind, floating on the globe in a heliocentric lie. Dilate their pupils the more they open their eyes. The truth is hidden in plain sight like a disguise, but you tune into a frequency that has you hypnotized, telling lies. Through your vision, you can't think outside the box. Indoctrination camps lowered your IQ, lowered your IQ to a pile of rocks. People portray women that think about money and cock. Stop. It's time to rise up and take back Mother Earth. I'm tired of the lies and agendas pushed by the church. The government is the religions. Who came first? Killing God in the womb and is those devils' thirst. Before the water breaks out of the canal to give birth, Jesus Christ is the serpent on the cross. Crusades slaughtered my ancestors in the flames they were tossed. You worship King James on the throne, which kept us lost. Deceivers implement problem, reaction, solution. Divide and conquer the sheep on a free range institution. You are free to do as you're told, because freedom is an illusion. We're kept in the dark, kept in debt, and kept in misery. I'm on a mission for truth like a Sherlock Holmes mystery.
Hey.
Conquerors change the name and location to rewrite history. I'm picking up breadcrumbs of evidence someone wanted us to find. A warrior's greatest weapon is one who uses their mind. Take the four elements and the four senses combined. Activate your higher self, avoid being dumb, deaf, and blind.
Mm.
Now I gotta put that
You know what you should do, right? You should like when you mastered it, perfected it, put a little background sound, and once you perfected it, it's almost like you're speaking it into the ether with the background sound, whether it's like um trees rustling or wind or something, but that would sound nice with a background sound, because it's not rap, it's more like poetry, spoken word.
True. That's what I used to think, like, because all these Wu Tang members are poetic, the way they
Mm,
rhyme. It's like they use big words, and a lot of people didn't like that. But
mm,
the whole concept of the Wu was to educate, using uh, their music. That's why they always said Wu Tang's for the children. Um, and if it wasn't, the RZA is one rapper, or let me rephrase that, MC I looked up to. I was all about obtaining knowledge.
mm-hmm. Yeah, shit, boy. Um, my head's kind of gone right now. I've been smoking like a chimney. Like to roll up again, though. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Mm. Yeah, boy. So have you
My bad.
you noticed any
Someone just
changes?
called out to pick up.
No, you're good. I
Huh?
wasn't talking. I wasn't talking anyway. But yeah. No, what was I saying? You notice any changes within the community, meaning for good or for worse?
Um,
Or no, hold on.
Not
Before I even
really.
say community, I mean metaverse, rather. Thinking community, metaverse.
No. I mean, I see there's, a lot of more people that come to your channel, and it seems we're getting more like-minded people. I mean, not I don't really like watch too many people outside the people. Like I watch your channel, Sir Drop, Salama. I really don't. I mean, I got a few other
Hmm.
channels like
Got you.
that I watch, but I really once in a great while I'll see Bro Sanchez got a good title. I'll pop in there and just listen for a second and then leave.
Hmm.
It's really the same debating he has. It's all about debates over there.
That's like with me. Sometimes it just pops up in the feed. I'm like, okay, let me see if title looks convincing. I'm like, all right, I'll have a look. If it's just the same old stuff that everyone's talking about, I'm like, nah, heard it before. But that's just the same with any other
I watch.
thing that pops up in my feed. If I've heard it before, I'm like, nah, I'm alright. If the title looks new and
Um,
refreshing,
yeah, I agree with that because it's like most of these channels, and I watch Drop or like Deion Sandals, and then I just found a new one, or Divergent has a good channel, and Chris, as a matter of fact, since he said awesome thumbnail, Chris got to go live more when he's not busy, man. And this channel I found, you might like it. It's called The Simple Truth TV. That dude is mastered the gematria. I used to be iffy about gematria, but I looked into it in the different ciphers, and then the way he does it is what made me like other people take names and be like, well, this name aligns with it and this name, but this guy has a different approach.
okay,
Um, I mean, there is names that count. Like if he said 42, um, is the word Negro and this and jazz and a whole bunch of stuff because there's certain main numbers that always show up in these deaths. Like Tina Turner, he just did one on her.
Okay. What's the
Like so
outcome?
many days from her. Uh, that these people are dying by the numbers from gematria. I think it's a Jewish. I'll call it a concept because
Mm.
I'm still like a little confused on it. I gotta have someone show me the ciphers better. Like there's so many Sumerian. There's I don't know. It's a calculator and sports. He was showing how sports is by gematria. It's rigged. Same thing with music.
Yeah.
The deaths of these rappers. And
Mm.
the evidence is there. I don't believe in coincidences. When he's
Oh,
showing this stuff, I'm like mind blown. I'm like, damn.
oh.
Um,
It has to be. If it's not, then
yeah,
why isn't
I
it? You
agree.
know, it has to be. If it
Why it
isn't,
aligns,
yeah.
it aligns, and I just can't deny the facts that are being shown. I'm like, you know,
It's
it's
fit, bro. I've seen images of. Can you hear
go
me?
ahead. Yeah,
Cool. I've seen images so-called champ, you know, Mike Tyson knocking someone down. When I actually revisit it or someone showed me, there's no contact. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
thank
You
you. Get the
know, what the
fuck out of here.
hell? The
I'm
hell? And
glad
then he,
someone brought that up,
come on, even
dude.
down to
I watched this fight.
go on. Let me hear it. Let me
I
hear
thought
it.
I
Go
was
on.
losing my mind. I thought I was losing my mind. I forgot when I was watching the best of his knockouts one day,
Mm.
and he like threw this blow, and I'm like, that wasn't a vicious blow. And when you look at it, it looks like he skinned him. It didn't even like it wasn't a
Yeah,
full boom. Like
there you
I'm
go.
like,
Yeah.
nah, Mr. Mike. But
Hmm.
listen to when people call him the God or this and that. He's humble. He won't accept it because he knows it's full of shit. It's rigged.
Yeah,
Whenever people
yeah,
compliment him, he won't. He's like, nah. He's like when they call him the God and this and that, he's like, nah.
yeah.
I'm just a regular person. Damn, I
Mm.
thought I was bugging. I never heard no one bring that up. That's why I
Come
got
on.
amped up when you said that. I'm like, man, I thought I was seeing shit.
Mm-mm. Got you, man.
I didn't want to believe it. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it. I said, not Mike. That was my first thought. And I said, this can't be real.
It's
I said,
real.
maybe I'm just bugging.
You ain't bugging.
Wow. Mr. Mike. They rig
And
him,
look,
the mafia.
even down to over Europe now, right? With sports, as you would call it, soccer. There's a league which is known as Serie A, which hosts the likes of Juventus, Inter Milan, AC, and so on and so forth, right? But they was um done for fixing, right? These are like big international teams worldwide. Um, yeah, known for fixing games and all of this stuff, and they got bloody relegated and shit like this. And this is where the money's at, you know. These teams are making an um an event which is called Champions League. Every season they do it. Right? I think it might be twice a season, but it's an event that you know you accumulate a lot of money through revenue, advertisements, shirt sales, tickets, and all these things because it's a league outside of your league. So it's another way how players can earn extra money if they qualify with their team to present in these finals and these things, you know, to get money. So it makes you think everything's fixed, everything's fucking like rigged to a degree. If they're doing it on that type of
Right.
level, right, that's a fucking like cash cow over there. And these people, it's crazy, man, when you look at these things. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Even the presidents of these establishments, they've been known for you know, backhanders and just moving a bit fishy and all these things. So yeah, you can't really look at these things as you know, well, I won't say legal, but I'll say how would you call it? Legit. Let's say legit. For lack of a better word, let's say legit. But I mean, if you want to talk about sports and legit, right? Let's talk about fucking wrestling, right? Because I've
Oh,
seen.
that was the biggest disappointment growing up.
There you
I used
go.
I used to watch
Yeah.
Hogan
Yeah.
do his boy there. Snap into a Slim Jim. That was my shit.
Come on.
Macho
That
Man.
was, that was our shit, bro.
And
I was with you. I was
what
with
was the
you.
brothers no shirt and the fatigues? They
Brothers
used to
what? Say
march
that again.
around all funny. Bushwick
Um,
brothers, I think.
um, um,
Pastures.
Fly Guys or something like that. Or Legion of Dooms.
Them two.
Legion of Dooms or the
And
Fly
then
Guys.
my uncle, I used to jump off the couch and like clothesline pillows and shit. And I used to collect wrestling figures. And then one day my uncle was like, "It's all fake anyway."
Yeah.
And I'm like, and come to find out it was, and I hated it ever since.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
finding
but
out Santa was fake.
yeah,
Nah,
that's
Mark, it
crazy.
wasn't Mike Tyson that got a chunk bit out of his ear. That was Holyfield. Mike Tyson bit Holyfield's ear.
And it's crazy
Peace,
because
Dark
even
Chameleon.
please salutes. Salutes. I can't even see the chat, but salutes whoever's in the chat.
Yeah, Mark said Mike Tyson never had a big chunk bit out of his ear now. Mandela. And I was like, nah, man, that's
That's
Holyfield.
Evander. Yeah, that is Evander. That's Evander. Definitely. Yeah, that's definitely Evander. But yeah, I remember when I remember when I came out of being incarcerated, right? They put me into this how would you call it? Like a residence where you have to stay to you know, abide by the rules. Like a what? Say that again?
Halfway house,
Yeah, you okay, yeah,
sort of.
there you go. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, I
like
like that.
yeah, that's what they got here in the States. It's like a prison, but you're in a house.
Yeah, I was tagged up and all that shit. So
You
you're
got
tagged up in this house. I had to come back there at a certain time and right, so that was my place. But anyway, what I'm trying to make is right, when I was in that place, right, there was me, one guy, and another guy, right? And this third guy, he used to love wrestling, bro. But you couldn't tell him it was fake. He would throw a fit. I remember the first time I mentioned it being fake, right? He looked at me like I was strange. He was like, you know, like how, just imagine if I said football's fake or soccer's fake. It'd be like, what are you talking about? Like,
it is.
it's real. People are scoring goals, they're getting paid money. Yeah. So that's where he looked at me like, huh? What are you talking about? Like, this is wrestling. These people are getting hit, you know, they're getting choked and body slammed, they're getting paid. But I was like, wow, that looked like it could kill me, the look he just gave me, right? So
Yeah,
when I started looking back and sitting back and I started to see him jump out of his chair like, yeah, oh yeah, oh. I was like, what the fuck am I? Where am I? Who have you locked me up with right now? What the fuck? Don't you know this shit's fake? Like, this was like 2013-ish, yeah, 13, 14. And this dude is jumping around like, oh yeah, nice one. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it, Chuck. This fucking dude. Couldn't believe
like
it. Couldn't
people
believe it.
say, how could you rig baseball? It's easy. They even admit in practice they have a script and they practice. There's certain moments in the game, like if you got a hitter at bat, let's say Miguel Cabrera, in practice, he's practicing to hit, say, a curveball over and over and over. So they'll pitch him real pitches,
Mm.
but they'll put signs so he knows when that curve's coming. He mastered hitting the curve. He's gonna bomb that shit right out the park if you pitch it down the pipe. Because I've seen the Red Sox. That was my favorite team. It still is, but I don't pay mind to it like I used to. And they would pitch it right down the pipe, and I'm like, what the fuck? Certain heavy hitters would come up, and I'm like, why is this dude pitch it down the pipe and he cracks it out the park? Because it's rigged. Like the Celtics, if they came back from a 0-3 deficit against the Heat right now, it's 3-3. Now the Celtics, look at the Lakers. They suck. They were in 7th place, and they're now making it to the finals. How? They suck. They shouldn't even be in the playoffs. What 7th place team makes it to the playoffs? I was like, what? I didn't even know they made it to the playoffs. Like last year when the Celtics lost, nobody should have beat the Celtics last year. That's how I know it's rigged. The Celtics got the best squad in basketball right now. No one should be beating them. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it goes like that sometimes. I mean,
Or a
with
field goaler and it misses the fucking field goal. That's all he do is kick, and then he misses it. Come on.
I mean, I understand, right? There's certain games there'll be different type of fixtures going on, right? Let's say, for instance, how you would call soccer, right? People might miss a penalty. A keeper might let a goal in, things like this. What else would you call? We would call maybe a foul or something. But these are little things, right, that I've seen. Yeah, everything. What I'm trying to say is everything gets betted on, bro. Down to like stuff like, bet he'll be wearing a right hand glove. You understand? I've seen people like post stupid bets. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, there's crazy bets, and now down to like things like even basketball. I've heard people say, the net might be rigged to a certain degree. Magnets in the ball. I don't know how true that is. Yeah, but
I put a video out on that.
Exactly. I've seen things that make me question it. Like, I see what people are saying now. It could be true. Don't know.
When the ball, I put the video in there when the ball, they threw it and it got stuck on the top of the rim. You know that part that connects the rim to the backboard? That's never happened in history. How does it get stuck to that? It's magnetic. People deny it though because it hurts their feelings. William Cooper said, I played his speech. I used to play it in between songs. We used to play music in the beginning, but now I don't because of copyright bullshit. But he said no player should get the pay they do. It's a baseball player. They play with balls all day, right? And they get in $280 million contracts. Like their next 7 families are straight. I mean, there's doctors out here. They get paid good, but if anyone, a fireman should get $1 million risking his life. It's this system. They pay them that much to shut up because I played sports because I wanted a championship or a World Series. I didn't play for the money's good, but people play for the ring. To brag they're the best team, and it used to be like that. But in the 90s, after that strike, things changed. You started to see players get paid big money, and that's when everything changed. Because you remember Jordan.
Of course.
Even in Jordan's days, they weren't scoring they would score 80 points maybe 93. Now they're scoring 150 points. Nobody misses. You see that dude from the Warriors. What's his name? He'd be shooting the ball all awkward. It's way behind the 3-point line.
Not Curry.
Yeah, Curry. Yup. He'll just throw it up, one hand, and it'll go. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. No, I don't care how much you practice. No way. Um, and I think they do that on purpose, just to trying to show us this shit's rigged.
hmm
It's crazy.
I
Sports.
feel you there.
Sport. What's up, sport?
Yeah, sport is
Damn,
definitely
bro.
one of the ones.
What up, though?
Mike Tyson. So, what up?
What up,
Oh
though? What up, though?
shit. Hey, dark, Jeez, what's going on?
What's popping? What's cracking?
There, man.
We're
Just
talking
vibing,
about
chilling.
how Mike Tyson was knocking people out and he wasn't even hitting them for real. He was missing, and it just looks from the angles like he whomped him, but he didn't. Because I caught it when London Man brought it up. I thought I was losing my mind. I was watching Tyson's greatest knockouts. When he went to hit the dude, I was like, yo, that wasn't no power hit. And the dude fell back. I'm
hmm
like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, nah, I'm seeing things. I'm tripping. Maybe I smoked too much weed. And
Maybe
it feels
a
good for
dude,
London Man to say,
maybe a dude or two did take a fall along the way. You know what I'm talking about? Because you don't really
yeah.
want to get hit by him, do you?
Yeah.
I'm
Hell
not
no.
taking it away that he can't hit somebody because he's vicious. I've seen him practice, but the
I,
mafia does have a hold of boxing.
I,
So yeah, you're
it may be a couple fights here and there in between where he probably did miss and the guy just took a dive or whatever. But what if that hit did connect? He would have went down anyway. So what's the damn difference? You know what I'm
right.
talking about? Cause hey, listen, did you see the look on Green's face?
Yeah, Mitch
Uh,
Green. Yeah.
Mitch Green, he got into a fight with Tyson at the liquor store, and he was
Oh, wasn't it
antagonizing.
Carl Kanai store? Didn't
What?
it was started at Carl Kanai store?
Yeah, it was at.
I forgot
I
the
think
name of the guy.
right, but I'm just saying
Forgot
it
his name.
escalated.
Brooklyn or something.
He was
Yeah,
harassing Tyson. He was harassing him, but Tyson was trying to ignore the dude the whole time. But as soon as he touched him, it was like, oh, bow. His eye was down there hanging out of his face like a damn slinky, bro.
Slinky, Jeez. This is fucking slinky. Damn.
I would never question the
Mitch
power
Green
of
was on
Tyson.
dust.
I did a
Yeah,
slinky.
Tyson said he was on dust.
That's funny.
He hit him. Like, how do you put it? He got up like Frankenstein. He said because he should have been out for the count. He got up. That's that dust he be smoking. Mitch Green. Mitch Green talk a lot of shit. I watched the old school when they were interviewing him. He was talking hella shit.
Hey, he got paid. Did he? Actually, I don't even think he got paid for that. Nah, because he provoked Tyson. He put his hands on Tyson first, so he didn't even get paid for that. So he took that abuse for nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you would think that he sued Tyson and got paid, but nah, he didn't. He couldn't sue him because he put his hands on the man first. Like
That's because Tyson sent some goons. Like, you ain't, it's like you don't even think about suing him. Tyson had bread, man. He had bread. The stories he tells, oh man, people dream of having that much money. He could do whatever
yeah,
he wanted when he wanted.
yeah. You ever watch hot boxing?
Yeah, I do here and there.
Yeah, he
His
said how
house was
Don.
the next town over. He
He
did the
said
next.
he talked about how Don King. He didn't care about the money that Don King took because he had much more. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but I would have cared. but he didn't care because he still had much more money though. You know what I'm talking about? He didn't care.
Yeah, yeah. He had his mansion. It was in Farmington, Connecticut, and 50 Cent bought it.
And 50 got rid of it too because he said it was a money pit.
Yep.
What's a money pit? What's a money
shit
pit?
had a-
Hold on. What's a money pit? You got rid of it. What does that mean?
The lawn, electric bill.
Hold on, your volume, bro, or your bogging. Say that again, Chuck.
To mow the lawn, the electric bill. He had a club in there that would be open every weekend. I mean, it was just pouring money into it. And then he said it wasn't worth it. He said there was rooms in the house that he never slept in or went to. That's how big the fucking house was.
So you mean he was losing
Had a
money,
helicopter.
brother? So
Yeah, it's a money pit because you have to pay the upkeep. You have to pay because the house came with a maid and a butler.
Yeah.
And they lived in the house. You know what I'm saying? They lived there.
Yeah,
Imagine that, bro. You go buy the house and it comes with a maid. Shit.
That's some Laura Croft shit. Some Laura Tomb Raider shit. That's what I want, bro. Are you crazy?
And 50 only bought the house because it used to be Mike's. And then once he bought the house, he seen that he was losing money just by owning it, because the mortgage was not as much as the all the extra stuff that come with it, right?
Hey Doc, what is the lesson from that? Everybody won't be like Mike.
Here's a better lesson. Don't monkey see, monkey do.
But
you will get in trouble too. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, 50 did actually it took 50 a long time to sell that house, by the way. It took him damn near 10 years to sell that house. Wouldn't nobody buy it? just like Michael Jordan house right now.
Damn.
Michael Jordan house is a money pit. Don't nobody live in that mug right now. You know that house in Chicago with the 2-3 on the gate?
No, let's talk about it.
Michael still own that house and won't nobody buy it because it's a fucking money pit.
Yeah, I said a money pit. That word is funny. To me,
Yeah,
that
word
sounds like...
See Michael.
That word? Hey, when you say money pit, right, it sounds like an accomplishment or something.
Michael Jordan still own that house. He don't live there though. He trying to sell it. He can't. Don't nobody want it.
Oh, so Jordan bought it from 50. Okay.
No, Jordan. No, I'm talking about a different house. The Jordan house. You know the Jordan house in Chicago, the one with the 2-3 on the gate.
Yeah.
It's real documented. You know, it's real popular, but won't nobody buy it because it's a money pit, and Jordan still own it. Somebody did buy it. Was renting it from Michael, but they moved out, and Michael still left holding the bag.
Yeah, luxury is overrated.
Because he put all the upgrades in it. You know, because they be putting a lot of money into these houses. When they buy them, they don't be having... Because Michael House got an 18-hole golf course on it.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about? He got 18 holes on that bitch. It's got a basketball court, indoor, outdoor basketball court. You know what I'm talking? And the pool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got the sauna. It's got everything a basketball player need. But it's a money pit. You could drive up to that motherfucker. You could drive up to that motherfucker right now. Don't nobody live there. It's empty.
Damn. I wonder if I was watching a video a long time ago by this guy. He has a channel called I Expose the MCs, and
oh shit, I remember that.
You know, he hasn't posted in a minute. I wonder what happened, but they had a video about Jordan and his father. You know how he supposedly, allegedly sacrificed him or something. You know, a lot of people say that stuff, but where's the hard evidence? You know, I don't know. It's a possibility.
Hey, Charles.
I can't. I would punch someone in the mouth if someone came to me and said, "You got to sacrifice." That's disrespect. No.
Hey,
That's
hey,
crazy.
Charles, I was gonna say something. You know, all these alleged sacrifices that conspiracy theorists talk about. I don't think they're
Yeah.
necessarily. I don't think they're necessarily sacrifices. They're like warnings.
Damn.
See, there's a
That's
difference
worse.
between a. Yeah, I know. There's a difference between a warning and a sacrifice. You know, because I can't see Kanye knowingly saying, "Hey, you can take my mom." Maybe they just threatened Kanye and he didn't listen and they took her.
Damn.
Maybe they threatened Michael and he said, "Hell nah," and they took him. You know that part. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Yeah,
obviously because it's
the Jewish
obvious that
mafia is
yeah, because it's obvious that these people have a lot invested in these people's careers and they want to control them, but a lot of times they can't control these people and they have to do certain things to them because they can't. You can't just kill everybody.
yeah. Make an example. Show, look,
Yeah,
it's gonna be you if you don't straighten up. That's crazy. I mean, they do say that, you know, people think the Italian mafia is vicious. Nah, the Russian and Jewish mafia is vicious. They're way more vicious.
I think any organized organization, no matter
True. I'm not taking
what.
nothing away from none of them, but
Yeah, you never underestimate the
even
small dog, right? Doc.
Yeah, because I was just watching an episode of Law and Order yesterday, and it was about MS-13. How
Yeah,
some
boy.
some some rich kid went to prison, and
Mm,
MS-13 got a hold of him, and they was beating his ass and making his rich daddy
mm,
fund them and give them
mm,
money.
mm.
And if he didn't do it, they was gonna keep whooping his ass. Don't kill him, just keep beating his ass and make him suffer,
Yeah,
torture his ass,
yeah.
because he
That's
can't get
crazy.
away. He in the same cell block with him. He can't snitch, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they was making his father do crimes and shit, like
Wow.
made the dad kill people and
Wow.
sneak cell phones in the prison, and because he's a millionaire,
Of course, of course. Shit.
So
Listen, let
that's
me
the
add on
same.
to
That's the same thing they practice, bro. But go ahead.
respect. When I was in jail, right? Um, there was a dude who came into the prison, right? Um, he came into the prison for murder, right? Now, this dude, right? He was from Saudi, right? And he was a son to one of them prince out there in Saudi, right? I was in a double A category prison, right? It's called Belmarsh Prison. It's a very highly secured prison, but I wasn't in the double A section. I was in the A section, but the prison is attached to a double A section. Now that's for high profile people or terrorists, right? Now this guy was in the my section for maybe a few hours, right? But what happened now, when he was in there, we didn't actually know who he was until it actually came on the fucking news, right? Now, when it's on the news, we're all watching it in our cells, like, what the fuck is going on here? Who's this guy? What? He's a prince? What? Then when we're finding out that he killed these, how would you call it? I want to say concubine, right? But this concubine was gay, right? And before before the death, it shows them with pictures with each other, right? But this concubine man, it's a black gay man, but he's got like bruises on his face, smashed up face, like he's been abused before these pictures. You understand? And this is on the news, we can all see it. But when we're asking him, like, yo, Aki, was that you on the news? He's like, yes, brother, yes, brother. We're like, what? What's going on? What? Are you gay? What did you kill your lover? He's like, no, it's not this. It's complicated. It's complicated. But when I actually look at it, I'm thinking, nah, man, you're gay. You just kind of got exposed. You've done something over in foreign lands that you wasn't supposed to be doing, you know, with your gay concubine, and you probably took shit too extreme with him or something. But the man ended up dead. But this prince guy now, sorry, son of a king, whatever, prince, what you want to call him, he went to the double A section, and then within a few weeks, he's back in his country. But I've never heard of it again. I've never heard of this again. It's just silence. It's crazy. But everybody was in the jail with me that day in 2012 to 2014, whatever. They remember it. We was all there in real time. I've seen a few people. I'm like, yo, do you remember that day when we was in there? What was the outcome of that? Have you seen anything? They're like, no, nothing. We ain't heard nothing about it. So much shit gets swept under the rug. If like, yo, you know, if with that club, I suppose.
Yeah, they specialize in cleanup.
Clean up. Oof. Was it
Yeah,
clean?
they specialize in manipulating the people and cleaning up all of the dirty work, like Ray Donovan, cleanup. You know what I'm talking
Mm,
about?
mm.
Like they'll make sure things won't ever get out if they can be the first people on the scene to clean it up. So by the time the narrative come out, as far as what we get, as far as information goes, is nothing like the real thing that actually
Yeah,
happened.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah.
It could be the president of a Fortune 500 company being responsible for this hooker's death, but you will never know because they cleaned it up. It will never see the light of day, and they really good at that. Over time, they've perfected this art of manipulating the people by changing the narrative of things that go on. I shouldn't even be talking about this shit because it puts you on their radar when you start speaking the truth. So you kind of have to be careful about it
Hmm.
because the truth will not set you free. It will get you jammed the fuck up in your real life. So
Yeah, I
you
got
really
like
do.
20 on my phone, man. So when it dies, I thought it just died now and it booted me out, but um, it's gonna take
I,
like a minute to charge it. Well, I'm probably gonna end it soon, like another 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
but Charles, you agree they cover up everything. Like any of the things that you see
Oh
on
yeah.
TV, it don't never be the truth. Like that's why it don't really make no sense um to follow certain things because it's never the truth. Like it's not.
That's it.
They cover everything up, dude. They're so good at it. They cover up shit that don't even need to be covered up.
Yeah, quick on the draw. You're too quick on the draw, right?
And celebrities, they be getting in the shit all the time. They get in the shit consistently,
Mm,
and they cover that shit up all the time.
mm.
All of them do it. You would never know.
Yeah.
They cover everything.
Yeah, I
That's why I
feel you
don't.
there.
That's why I don't even like. I don't even like the debate about certain shit because the narrative. By the time you know how lies are, they turn into mountains and they just be molehills and then
Mm,
they don't even be the truth by the
mm-hmm,
time it come to you. Like
mm-hmm.
Like the
it, it's
flat Earth
it's it's
globe.
that is a powerful thing, right? But it really ain't that powerful after the person passed. Because now that person, I look at a person when they die, I be happy for them because now they got the fuck out of here. Like sometimes I be kind of envious. Like damn,
Hmm.
They're
Feel
out of
you there.
hell.
Damn. Hey, Chuck, I know you
Especially if
said you
someone's suffering. Huh?
did you say you was about to jump off? Should I jump down? You actually gonna die, did you say?
Yeah, in about 15 minutes, I'll close it up a little bit more.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I was just gonna go till the battery dies, but I gotta cook something anyway. I'm hungry.
like I heard
Yeah,
that
a little
stuff that
bit.
y'all was talking about before I came up here, and like um, to a certain degree, I will say that a lot of sports is kind of manipulated, but it ain't to the level. It ain't that deep. You know, I don't really buy into the magnets, you know, with the baseball and the magnets and all. No, I don't really do all that. You know why? Because I played baseball and I
On the
played football and I played basketball. So
mhm.
so when did they put the magnets in? When I got to college,
No,
or
with the
did they put the
NBA,
magnets in? They put the magnets in when you go pro. Like I played college ball,
bro.
so you know what I'm saying. Like
I'm guessing pro.
Yeah, bro. That's
no,
why they put it
I'm
straight
not
to the
really
money.
buying. I'm not really buying all of that. But I'm gonna tell you what I am buying though. I am buying that the referees and all of the leagues
Yeah,
want certain teams to win.
yeah. That's what I was saying.
I I, I,
Exactly.
re- I really do buy that. I'm buying
Yeah.
that. See, because there's no way Boston should have came back.
Mm.
That's no,
I just
hell
said
no,
that. Yeah, I agree.
hell no.
Um, I think they like when I say rigged, I mean like they even admit, even in football and the NFL, they admit in practice they're practicing the script and they play certain plays that um they practice certain plays to the extreme so they can pull it off and they're taught how to fake drop. You know, these people that never drop a ball, you'll see them drop it when it counts. And, you know, it's like, come on. They admit it's a script.
No, I can't.
They
You know
get
why I
paid
can't?
big
But
money.
I can't. You know why I can't believe that? You know, I'm gonna tell you, Charles, why I don't believe that. I don't believe
What
that
they get
because
paid? Who gets paid?
them niggas, hey, them guys, they're not that good of actors. Like, no, no, they're not that good. But I will say this though, maybe you may have a player or two get compromised when they get themselves
Like the Chicago
into
Blackhawks.
some
No, the
deep
White Sox.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if they get themselves into some kind of trouble and they get compromised by what you guys call like the mafia or something, and they get compromised. Like I would say that Jalen Brown, for example, um, if you watch him play in the fourth quarters of a lot of games, he disappears a lot. That's suspect. Like the whole Philly series with Boston and Philly, Jalen Brown in the fourth
And
quarter
Mike.
disappeared in most of those games. He would be killing the whole three quarters, but come fourth quarter, he don't want the ball. What? That's to me, that's them manipulating the score. You know what I'm
I'll get you in
saying?
that squad.
There's no way in hell the Celtics should be tied 3-3 with Miami. But I will say this though, the league probably realized that having Miami versus Denver in the finals ain't a good sale. Who's gonna watch that? I'm not gonna watch that. I wouldn't pay to see that. I'm just saying from a financial standpoint, it don't make no sense to put Miami in the motherfucking finals. Denver gonna smoke them. That's not interesting. We need
So hold
Boston
on.
in
The
there.
Lakers are out.
Yeah,
Lakers are out.
yeah.
The Celtics, they're gonna win the whole thing this year.
No, they're
Telling you
not. They're
what,
not gonna beat Denver. Denver's gonna win the whole thing.
Denver's trash.
No, they're
Who does
not.
Denver got?
Oh shit! Hey, that's
Who does
funny.
Denver got?
Oh no, I
Who's
I
better than the
was.
Celtics starting five?
Denver,
Oh, God.
No, no way. I don't even know.
Jokic,
The last good player
Jokic, Murray,
is
Caldwell Pope,
Kimbe Mutombo.
Porter, Gordon. That's their starting five. Boston can't fuck with
Never
that.
heard of them. I never heard
That's
of any
funny.
of them people.
You have heard of Caldwell Pope.
Maybe.
He used to play for the Lakers. He helped the Lakers win the ring.
I haven't watched nothing all season, so I could be wrong. But didn't the Celtics
You know,
have what happened to that dude that played for the Clippers? I forgot his name, man. Can't think of it off that. He's old.
oh, Chris
Damn it,
Paul?
man. He played for the Clippers. No. He was a forward or a center.
I gotta go. I got another phone call. Oh shit, she hung up. Damn.
Um,
Oh fuck. My baby just hung up on your boy.
just like
Damn
the
it.
NFL, the Eagles should have won that Super Bowl.
Get the fuck out of here. Hell nah. The Eagles
Even
ain't
though
listen.
Patrick Mahomes is decent, he's a good quarterback. I ain't gonna take that from him. But I like the
Listen.
Chiefs. They got some good players. I'm only
They're
happy
not
they won because I got a lot of the rookies. I got Mahomes rookie card. I got a lot of rookies that are worth money. So
the league
that's the only reason I'm happy.
the league ain't gonna let the Eagles win no motherfucking more. They already got their Super Bowl. That's it for them. They're done. It
Well,
don't make
I
no. It
personally
don't,
know the league is rigged. I mean, no one has to agree with me, but I think it's
I,
rigged to a certain extent.
I think it's rigged to a certain degree where the league wants certain teams to win, and they make sure the referees call the game so that
Yep.
certain teams win, and make sure
But
they win. That's their job.
so what do you think about Stephon Curry, Dark Chameleon? You think Stephon Curry will throw that ball up like 20 feet from the three-point line without even aiming or taking a good stance, and it goes? It's impossible. I don't care how much you practice. Some of his shots are ridiculous.
I
Like when
can make shots
he's
like
falling
that.
out
What
of
is you
bounds.
talking about?
I know, but listen, Doc, you're a big man. Steph is a little man, bro. Let's not get that twisted.
But you gotta have that touch, though. It's all about your touch. See, I think to be honest with you, Steph, he
I'm
has
not
a knack. He has a knack for hitting shots that he's not supposed to make. You ever heard of a bad shot maker?
That was
No.
funny, sorry. Bad shot maker.
Well,
You ever heard of a
my
bad?
problem with the NBA too, they used to only score, even with Jordan and Ewing, would score 95 the most. Now these players are scoring 140. No one misses. It's like everyone's that nice, but nobody misses anymore. People barely miss in games now. I've watched it. It's like it's impossible. No one's that nice. People used to miss. Even Jordan missed. But
So because he's more identified with Talcott in his life and his walk, he's going to take up for him also
The
because
hell?
he surreptitiously.
You gotta turn your mic up, bro. Your mic low,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, that-
Hmm?
It sounded like somebody was down a tunnel, right? I'm like, what? What is that? I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
Dark Chameleon. I'm like,
No, that's not me. Your boy, my man, Mike low. Oh, he left, but
yeah.
his mic was low. But
Yeah.
man,
No, I
listen,
thought it was you, Dark Chameleon. I'm like, what happened to Dark Chameleon, man? He sounds far away.
that wasn't me. Hey, listen, I used to play these sports, so I'm gonna stick up for them on a certain degree. Cause for me, it's all about the acting. If what you guys say is true, that would mean that all these guys would have to be like Oscar, Grammy award winning actors and shit. And I don't believe that. These niggas can't act. They're
Hey,
terrible actors then.
Doc, you're giving them too much credit. There's a lot of things I didn't believe until I actually opened my eyes, bro.
I'm just saying, like, it ain't no thing to call a game. Like I can be a ref. I can make you look like Michael Jordan if I blow the whistle when I'm supposed to. I can make you look good as fuck, bro.
Hmm But
That's
what
all
I'm
I gotta
saying is,
do.
you see,
All
like,
I got.
even this big thing that we call the Kabbalah, right? This big octopus thing that sits in the middle. It has many tentacles, right? That is going in different directions. You understand? So keep that in mind. It's got many puppets, many things, many organizations. Anything, everything is food to it. You understand? Whether it's sports or Hollywood or, you know, any type of media, it controls it. And anyone that participates in it, they're aware to some degree. You understand? Definitely, if you're getting in the millions, comfortable, they're not just gonna let you sit comfortable without participating in something. I mean, anyone can be a sportsman, right? But when you become a superstar, it's different talking. Dark comedian, you understand?
Hey, check this. Hey, check this out. All right. Check this out. Buster Douglas did not beat Mike Tyson. If you watch
Buster?
that fight, hold on. Buster got knocked out. That referee gave Buster an 18 count. He counted up to 7 or 8 and then let Buster get on his feet and then counted to 10 after Buster got up. No, that ain't
Oh,
how that
yeah. I
count's
know what
supposed
fight
to
you're
go.
talking about. I agree
Tyson
with that.
knocked him out. They
I,
wanted Tyson. They made Tyson lose those titles. Tyson had all the
yeah,
belts.
I agree with that. I watched that fight too. The referee, when he started counting late, right?
Yep.
Or he counted
And
slower or
left.
something. One of the
Hey, who knows? Maybe he's one of those referees, right? That was like, fuck this. I don't want Tyson
Tyson.
to win. I
No,
don't
go
want
on,
him to
my
win.
bad.
He said,
The,
hey,
the,
Buster,
the, the, bo- the Boxing Association wanted Tyson to lose those belts because at that point, Tyson was at his peak. He was at his most arrogant.
that's when they
He
get
was the biggest asshole in all of sports at that point.
that's
He
when they
didn't
get
train for the
Tyson
fight.
explained. He
Hmm
said the left corner is blue, which is the Democrats, and the right corner is red, which is the Republicans. He said there's a lot of politics and the mafia involved. And if they want you to lose, best bet you're going to lose. Yeah, Tyson, he did have all 3 belts, right? He's like one of the
Yep.
few or only
Yep.
that had all 3 belts.
He had all 3 belts at that time. Yep.
Welterweight. No. How did it go? I don't know
No,
boxing like that. I think it was
he had WBC. They were all
There you go.
heavyweight belts. He had the IBA heavyweight. He had all 3 He had all 3 heavyweight belts. There's 3 of them.
you know.
He had all 3 of them. Cause now the Russian dude got it right now, or the European guy. He got all 3 of them. If I'm not mistaken, no, he only got 2 of them. My bad. He got 2 of them. Because I think when Lennox Lewis retired, he had all three of them. And Lennox wouldn't fight whatchamacallit, so they took it from him. Because Lennox wouldn't fight no more. Because when you own those belts, you are assigned to fight the top heavyweight at that time. If you don't want to take that fight, they can
Okay.
take the belt from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you got to fight who you supposed to fight.
Mm.
It's in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but Lennox retired because he said he ain't had nobody to fight, but he did. He just didn't want to fight no more. After he beat Tyson, he felt like he didn't want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people forget Lennox Lewis beat Tyson.
Yeah. London boy.
Yep, the London man. That's what we call him here. We call him the London man.
London man.
Lennox
Jeez.
Lewis.
There you go. There you go.
I
Lennox.
used to like Lennox, but you know who I wanted him to fight?
Who?
And he never fought him. I wanted him to fight Roy Jones. Because I
Jones
think
was
Roy
smooth.
because I
He was
think
smooth.
Roy could have beat him.
Mm.
Not because of the power, but because of
Nah,
the speed.
different smoothness. Yeah, he was smooth with it, bro. Different. It's different characters. Different characters.
You got to remember though, Roy went up to heavyweight. That's what fucked Roy up. He should have never went up to heavyweight. But I think Roy went up to heavyweight because he wanted to fight Lennox. Because he thought he could beat Lennox, but Lennox retired. He was just like, I ain't gonna fight you. I'm done. I beat Tyson. I'm good. And Roy fucked around and ended up in the heavyweight, fighting bigger, heavier dudes. Because Lennox wasn't that big. He wasn't that big. I think Roy could have whooped him or gave him it would have been a good fight. It would have been a good fight,
As
though.
much as I don't want to, I gotta shut this down, man, because my phone's gonna
Yeah.
die.
Hey,
Yeah.
let homeboy talk. He ain't said nothing.
Yeah, his
Chris?
battery. Hey, I'm out anyway. Much love. Hey, what's it called? Telegram chat. Hit me up on Telegram. Peace out. Charge up your
Peace,
phone,
guys.
baby. Hey, Dart, one love. One love to the chat. One love.
Hey,
Yeah,
peace.
man.
Could you give me my wrench back though? Cause they took my channel and they took all my wrenches with my channel. I don't got no wrench. No, anywhere I go, all my wrenches gone. Yeah, when YouTube
I
take
got you
your
right
shit,
now.
when YouTube take your shit, bro, they take everything. They took my playlists. They took all my wrenches. That's some bullshit, bro. I gotta start over from scratch. They took all my subs, everything. But I'll let you go, bro. Much love, bro.
All right, I got you. All right, man. This is a dope build, man. Thanks for coming up.
Hey, I try to do when I can, whenever I'm not busy. If I don't hit the link, that means I got something going on. So, you feel me? All right. Hey, I try to do when I can, whenever I'm not busy.
All right, everyone. Thanks, man. I appreciate everybody. Orphan Annie, AI, Kimba. That's Ahu Amin. I hope I said that right. Christos, Mark, London Man, Dean. I said Mark Basket. So Ama, Paula. Man, I'm missing a lot of people. Osunyemi, Malibu, Candy. Let's see. Come on, Parsnip. Oh man, I think native. Let's stop that Soama. But salute to everyone. If I missed anyone, it ain't on purpose, man. Much respect, and I'll be going live tomorrow, man. I'm out of here for now. It sucks I gotta end it, but go listen to my chapter 1 book reading, man. Shit's fire about the Gnostics. Peace.